So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's class. My name is Ibuchulam Alexander, and I'll be your lead facilitator for this program. Right. So, like I said, I love sticking to time. It's already 8, so we are starting right away. Right. So, like I said, my name is Ibuchulam Alexander, and who is Ibuchulam Alexander? Well, I'm a software engineer, and I work with Mahadumia Consult, and I also work with Central Tutor as lead innovator. So what do I do for them? I build mobile apps, I maintain their servers, things like that. Then on the other hand, AI is something that is really, really fascinating to me. AI is, taking over almost every single fair, right? So even as a software engineer, one of the things that made me to jump into this whole AI journey is because I wanted to have an advantage, right? I wanted to have advantage. I don't just want to be the guy that the guy that you know is replaceable, right? The guy that is replaceable very easily. So I just wanted to have advantage, right? So for me to have advantage, it means that speed is something that is very vital, right? Speed is something that is very vital. I have to be very fast, right? So that was what led me into this whole AI journey, right? Now, beyond all this, one other thing that has been happening, as Nigeria, you have to make extra money, you have to make extra income, right? So beyond my normal regular pay, monthly pay, so I started, taking external gig. Now, how did I start my external gig journey? Initially, or basically I'm a mobile dev, right? So it means that what I build most of the time, or what I was trained basically for, was mobile engineering. That's you to build what's it called, apps that run on phones, right? That's mobile engineering. But i I noticed something that what's it called? Most persons, before they will even ask you for mobile, they will have to have a website. So that's like a big gap, right? So for me now, to get me to work on a project for you, that's a mobile project for you, you shouldn't be looking less than at least 1.5, right? If you're a Nigerian person, you shouldn't be looking less than 1.5. So for me, I don't take all gigs, right? So I've come to this philosophy: it's better for me to take let's say 10 gigs in a year and close for the year, honestly. So back to what I was saying, right? I discovered that for most clients, building what's it called, website is way cheaper for them, right? So since I've decided that for me to work on mobile projects, because of how demanding it is, in terms of skill set and all that, I don't take baby gigs, right? So but how do you survive in Nigeria? You have to take up some minor projects that will not take you time, right? Minor projects that will not take you time, that you can easily spin off, right? So for me, that's where my AI journey started, with building websites, right? So today, what is going to happen on these live classes? We're likely going to build a live project, right? Like a very large live project. So what I usually do on my live webinars is, if anybody has a business, let's say you have a business and you are very fast in typing, I believe you can be able to type at this chat box. Can you type here? Can you type here? So check your type, what's it called? Chat box, right? So if you are able to type, so it wouldn't be that probably I'm giving you something like I've built it before, I'm doing one magic and all that. No. So if you have a business, and you understand the, let's say, your vision, your mission, or what your business is all about, right? Just quickly type the name of your business, right? So from the first 3 or 4 persons, the name of your business and what your business does. From there, we'll just build a landing page for your business. So that brings us to monetization, right? Now, when it has to do with making money from this website stuff, is very easy to do, right? So speed is something that clients will value. So please, as I'm saying this now, if you have a business, quickly type the name of your business on the chat box and post a description about your business, and from there we'll just build a website for your business. Right? So can we be fast about that? Anyone, just choose a business, your business name. Okay, Evolving Digital Limited, digital marketing, public relation agency. Fine and good. Okay, so has a CAC business. Okay, we can go with this Evolving Digital Limited, since it's the first person that what was it called? So now I posted something on my status when it has to do with this new modern age of AI and the rest, right? The thing you have to understand first is clients are moving from paying you for writing code. We are moving into an era whereby they are paying you from writing code to paying you to think for them, more of like consulting, right? More of like consulting. Now, I literally don't know what this Evolving Digital Limited does, but it says digital marketing, public relation. So now, one thing I can easily, the services you do, right? Please, I think the name is Divine Ebubechuku. Can you list some of your services, since you are the first person we are building a landing page for? List out your services. If you can just, what I just need is form, right? So this is what I do for clients. I think for them. This is why they stick to me. I hardly compete for jobs. Like, if I tell you my price, if it's not okay by you, fine and good. Because when I'm on your team, what I do is I go beyond the regular, right? I go beyond the regular. When you tell me, okay, this is what you do on a plain language, I will build the website, think about the future current services you are rendering. I'll think about what you can possibly render, right? So this makes it that the client is seeing that you are moving their vision forward. So it's not just writing code anymore, because you know that you are not literally writing codes, you are making use of AI. So the first person that said Evolving Digital Limited, just give us, you don't need to have it all organized, because we're trying to be as practical as possible. I think this person is not currently available online. The next person, please drop some things you do that might make things faster. Okay, she has responded. Social media management, email marketing, search engine optimization, brand identity, blah blah blah, etc. Right? So now, like I said, how do you land your first client? Right? We're trying to land the client now. We're trying to land the client. So who's supposed to be your first client? Your first client, because you are just learning, is your whoever that is within your neighborhood, whoever that is within your cycle. That is your first client. I could remember doing a website for somebody, not just doing the website, give the person when I was starting out. Seriously. Domain, how much? 6,500. That's for .ng. Right? Now, I remember also meeting somebody, because he hired me for a mobile gig. He said he had an idea about something, right? I did it for him quickly. I didn't even charge him, right? He came back again and said, Alex, I have an idea about this thing. And I told him, okay, no wala boss. We talk. He told me on a very plain language, right? I took up the project. I extended it beyond what, what he was imagining. I built in 1M. When I was already bargaining friends and family, he landed in 650K. That's right. So never neglect the people within your environment. Right now, one of the gifts you are going to get at the end of this class is the 72 hours how to land your what's called a PDF we're going to give you on how to easily land a client. Like it's just a very simple 2-3 page read, and you are learning how to convince people. Right? So getting into the practical. Now, when it has to do with website, you are building with AI. AI is your this thing. What's it called? Is more of like your software engineer. Now, I'll be very practical with you. I'll be very, very practical with you. You see, this building website with AI, there are levels, right? There are levels. So what I want to show you now is how you can build something that you can charge somebody at least 100 to 800 1 million naira, right? A website you can charge somebody 100 to 800 1 million naira. But now, the next part will have to do with what if the person has their own design. That's a different ball game. So the current one we want to do now, which is very easy to do, is this person does not have a design. Like these businesses that just listed here now, we'll have this first one. The first one is this, right? Now, I will not be going into in-depth of prompt engineering. So what is prompt engineering? This is one thing that has a full model, right? So just you I'm talking to you now, I'm interacting with you, right? Now, that is the same thing, or that's the same way you talk to an AI. But when you are talking with an AI, it's called what? Prompt engineering. Now, prompt engineering in the sense that there are techniques, there are languages that you ought to know. For instance, if you are into graphics, or if you're into motion design, right? You start talking about font type, you start talking about cinematography, you start talking about context, you start talking about so many things. So the same thing when you come to website building, there are professional terms, right? There are professional terms you need to know, right? For instance, now maybe the language you want to use and build it, the type of back end or front end you want to use, and all those things. But now there's another quick way to do it without even knowing all these, all these what's it called, the advanced methods and all that. So what we're going to do now is, first of all, let me show you guys some projects. Let me quickly share my screen. So I will show you guys some projects, and you understand what I'm saying, that it's possible to build something very standard. It's very, very possible to build something very standard. Yes. So now, this is a website. This website was built with an AI, right? It's a foreign project we're working on. Is meant to, now this is not running with a normal back end service. It's running with automation. This is a product that we are working on. Now, this is another product. This is another product. Changemakers dots. This currently is on production. By next month, the owner of this particular project, we are pushing it fully into MVP, right? So what is this project supposed to be? This project, you can see that now this project has a front page, right? Then it has functionalities inside it. It's more of like a web app. This is another project, right? So by next year, if you're what's it called, Enactus alumni, you start seeing your follow Enactus people telling you that, oh, there's now a platform called Change Makers and all that, you should join up. Inside here you have things like chat room, you have everything was done with AI. But please, the client does not know. So now this is another, a very simple page, right? A very simple page. It was done with what's it called? Okay, this is change maker. I'm trying to open okay, this one is Z-Tech, right? So this one is Z-Tech. It's just a landing page. So this is the kind of thing we're likely going to build for this person that just reached out now. This is a landing page. This is a landing page, right? It's very easy to build. Now you see that there are complexities. You need to understand when you are for the fact you are using AI does not just mean you should, how will I put it now? You should just copy paste code, copy paste prompt. No. In building a professional website with AI, you have to understand what your client wants, right? And now when you understand your client need, right? Now, because you are not technically inclined with building websites, right? There are things I tell my students. One of them is, if you build this website now, right? When you are done building it with the AI, ask the AI to generate for you a back end where every single thing on this website can be edited. I don't know if that makes sense. If that makes sense to you, can you give a thumbs up before we go into real practicals? So what most people will tell you about building what's it called? What most people tell you about building website with AI is just copy and paste. It will give you a website. If the organizer come and tell you, oh, change this thing from empowering teachers to maybe empowering teachers to empower the future. What if he now comes and tell you, please change this thing to teachers of the future? Do you start going back to that AI and start prompting it when it's already on production? And if you understand, what if the person is not using things like Vercel that allows you, that's Vercel and GitHub that allows you that when you comment, it will just push to the what is it called, to the website, and the website to reflect the change. All these things are things we need to teach you, concepts. Some person will tell you that, oh, they have a domain service that they have already built, that you should do what? Build their website, give them the file, let them host by themselves. Are you seeing this? So these are different. There are different approaches to approach, building websites. So these things I'm telling you now might look as if they are, they are the boring things, but to be honest with you, they are the bottlenecks that you must learn. They are the bottlenecks because the website itself does not take time. The website itself does not take time. Land your first client this week is very possible. Is very, very, very possible. The PDF roadmap will just tell you how to go about it. Your next door neighbor is your closest ally to get your first gig. Now, this is another project we taught our students how to build. This is an e-commerce. This is an e-commerce, like full-blown e-commerce. It was built with AI. Full-blown e-commerce. It was built with AI. So stop looking at AI that it is that is one thing that just does nonsense website. No, right? AI has advanced beyond that. AI has done as advanced beyond that. This is a full-blown e-commerce, like category or product. You can see that this is product page, this is category, this is sign in, sign up. Full-blown what's it called? You can even tell, he's telling me, okay, you can select newest to oldest. So this is a full-blown e-commerce, right? So things like that, there are levels to it, right? But it all starts with you understanding that, okay, now if I'm building this project, I need to understand, what does my client want? Does he want me to build a handover? Does he want me to be maintaining it? I don't know if you understand. Things like that. Those are small factors you need to know, right? How do I even move this website from this place to, there are so many things you will learn, right? There are so many things you will learn. I can even tell you that beyond Lovable, this is your Gemini. Let me show you guys Gemini. This is Gemini, right? Now, how many of you know that you can build a website using Gemini? The same Gemini and ChatGPT you use in chatting. You can build a website with Gemini. Yes. Yes. The landing page of our, what's it called, bootcamp, the one that brought you to the group, right? It was Kelvin that did the page. He used Gemini to, do the page, right? But for this night, there are techniques I want you to understand. Different project requires different concepts. One of the reasons why I want to introduce you guys to Lovable is because Lovable is the easiest part, right? Lovable is the easiest part you can use to build a complete website without knowing much technicalities. Because Lovable on its own, this is Lovable AI. So if you go back to the, what's it called, to the group, the first second to the last message, Kevin, kindly post back that what's it called, message, the one that has a Lovable link, right? So if you click on that particular link, right, it should be able to sign you up with Lovable, right? Now, If you sign up Lovable on your own, if you just come to the website and sign up Lovable on your own, I must tell you the truth. You see this area, you see this area, this area, sorry. You see this area is showing 35 credit left. If you are using Lovable, if you just go and sign up on Lovable on your own, right? What you are going to see there is 5 credits. And I'll be frank with you, 5 credits will not be enough for you to build your first project. It will go a long while, but if you sign up with a referral link, right? If you sign up with a referral link, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Where's my Lovable website? Yes, let me share this. So if you come here and search with Google, right? If you come here and search with Google Lovable, right? It will give you Lovable AI, which is Lovable Dev, right? But when you sign up with that method, right? When you come to your credit level, what you're going to be seeing is 5 points, right? But when you sign up with somebody's referral link, right? What you are going to be seeing there is 15 points. Now, let me give you a heads up, right? So, if you create your own account, for instance, and you want to build your website, and your grandma has an email, right? Don't say I told you should create someone's product, but your grandma has an email. You can also refer your grandma to use Lovable, right? Build a small project for your grandma, then publish it, and your own main account, because you referred grandma, Lovable will dash you 10 extra points. Does that make sense? Did anybody understand what I just said now? You create your own Lovable account. Your younger sister has an email, right? You sign up your younger sister using your referral link, then publish that project. Tell her that, oh, play with this, create an app. She creates an app, she publishes it. Because you referred her, your account gets 10 points. So you can use that to gather your first 100 points, which is about what's it called, $25, which is around 45K, right? And just like that, you have enough credit to build your first project. So I've been able to explain for you guys all the basic things, how you can land your first client, which is the closest person around you. Build something first, right? Build something first. So moving forward, we will take this business name here, the first one, which is Evolving Digital Limited. Now, Evolving Digital Limited did not give me her brand color. She did not give me her font type. Let's leave it that way. But we'll figure out something. So what I will do is, because I know that prompt engineering, like I said, just has to do with you telling an AI, I want you to, do XYZ for me. So let me share my Gemini. This is my Gemini, right? Let me paste. This is the business name, right? Evolving Digital. Okay, I think Evolving Digital is the business name, right? Then digital marketing slash this is like a broader view of what they do. Let me also go back to the core and copy what she now expanded. Okay, some persons raised their hand. Let me answer them before we now move into the class fully. So let me quickly unmute you. Okay, she just responded with her this thing. Mm. I'm trying to navigate to. Just give me 1 minute. I don't know. Google Meet is setting meetings straight in. So I'm trying to adjust this setting so that the mics can be unmuted. Raise hand. Do you know dark notification? And okay, this is not giving me what I want. I'm trying to try talking, please. The person that raised his hand, try talking, please. Unmute your mic by yourself. See if you can unmute your mic. Can you unmute your mic? Someone should try unmuting their mic, please. You can't. Okay, this is where I'm the host and host management. Okay, I've seen it. Yes. So the person that raised their hand, now I think you can unmute your mic. Please try unmuting your mic. The person raised their hand to ask a question. The person does not have questions to ask again after delaying us. Okay, you raised your hand, please. Ruby, ask your question. Unmute your mic and ask your question, please. You raised your hand. Okay, I think because of time factor, let's just continue. Since the person does not have question to ask, I think it was a mistake by the person's
Them think I'm
end.
true. I will find you a major question.
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, Precious, you have a question to ask. Ask your question, please, before we start building the website ASAP. There's no time.
Okay, good evening. My question
Evening.
is this. Is it possible for me to access Lovable backend after publishing it without using the Lovable, like without going back to the Lovable website?
Yes. You can. You can.
Because
All
I've
all the
actually used
things you build.
Lovable before, but yeah, I found it hard to like access the back end. Apart from like before
Oh,
you publish it, you don't need to go back for the credits and everything.
okay, I get that part, but the thing there is every single project I've built on Lovable, most times, when I'm building professional stuff, right, what I do is I use Lovable to start the UI, right? I build now. There are two ways you can build with Lovable. Lovable supports. I think I can mute everybody like that. We can mute all. Yes, so I think I've disabled mic so that I can be able to what's it called? Focus. So now when it has to do with Lovable, you can build your stuff on inside Lovable and you can also take your code outside your Lovable. Very easy to do. All you just need to do is to link it to your GitHub. From your GitHub, you do the rest, right? So on the cohort, on the main master class, when we are going to dive deeper into Lovable, we are going to do this thing. Wow, time is fast spent. I think let me just start building first so that it can. So now we have the name of the. Then these are the things that the person does. Um, Gemini. Just give me 1 minute. Where's my Gemini? Okay, I've seen it. So I'm just trying to bring everything down here first, right? Then go back. The person said that color is gold, black, white, right? Copy it. That's divine. Go back to Lovable. Sorry, go back to your. Now for this what was it called? Sorry, excuse me. For this training, we are making use of Gemini because I have a Gemini Pro account, but you can decide to use Chat GTP, right? You can decide to use Chat GTP. You can decide to use whatever it is. Now, this is not a. You can't call this an app. because you don't have functionalities attached to it. So this is technically a landing page. It's just a one-page website. Contact us, vision, mission. Now the agency did not give us all that, but let's start fixing these things into categories. That's the first thing I do based on the um basic knowledge that the client give me. I'll first fix them into categories, or call them things, right? So let's start with this is the name of my business. Now, when working with AI, you see what I just did now. This what's it called? What do you call this? Whatever you call it, but that two dot comma on the top, right? Things like this, right? Is actually a way of making the AI pay attention to something. I don't know if you understand. So that being said, this is the name of my business, the Evolve Digital Limited, right? The Evolve Digital Limited. Then you put the same thing, okay? On a general note, now I'm trying to assume, because on a general note, truly, this is what the business is all about, which is the person just said digital marketing slash public relation agency. On a general note, we are a digital marketing, and I put this digital marketing slash public relation agency. Now these are the possible services they render, right? These are our services. Now, under these services, right, I can come and put brackets or anything. This, etc. I can stop here, right? Now, the next thing I want to do is our brand color is our brand color is this. Now, because this is a landing page, there are basic knowledge of things you should know. Now, the client may not have given you all these things, right? But it is wisdom that when you are building the website, you just add it, right? So, this is our brand color. The next thing I want to say is our contact number is okay. This is our brand color, and our contact number is let me use 090, my personal number 34 28 229. Then what else can, now this is where you begin to think for the client, right? This is where you begin to think for the client. For some person, they will be like, okay, ask the client to give you a draft, right? But now when you ask the client to give you a draft, yes, it gives you direction, right? But at the same time, it all depends on the client, right? It all depends on the client. If you want everything to be in a formal way, you can give the person a list to fill. But now, remember, what if that your client, now, if he's a Nigerian, now, when you are treating a foreign client, it's a total different thing. But if he's a Nigerian client, it's a total different scenario, right? Now, some Nigerian guys, they have money. They don't know how to read and write. So the way you treat them is totally different from Oyibo that has money or has some change of dollars, but know how to read and write. So if it's that your uncle now that has a pharmacy shop, he might not have the time to, know how to fill that your long list, right? So you have to generate, like, let's say, GMRIs or base context where you can now, edit to real data, right? So it means that you might even be the one to design for him vision, mission, testimonial, all those things. So now, and our contact number is this. Our address, uncle did not give you address, so or auntie did not give us address. Address is, let's say, 225, okay, BC Road, Asaba, Delta State, Delta State. I think this address exists. Now, you now come and Nina, this is all the basic knowledge you know, right? But there are other things you will need the AI to fill up. So now I don't want to go into the proper, what is it called? Prompt engineering. But even if we don't go into the proper prompt engineering, there are things you must know. Role. So now this is where you now go back to this beginning place. Now tell the AI, I need you to give me a structured prompt as a professional, no, engineer. I will give. So now I'm telling the AI, I need you to give me a structured prompt as a professional senior software engineer, which I will give to my AI builder to build my company website. Just this place now, professional senior engineer. Automatically, you are taking what is called in prompt engineering role, right? Now, beyond role, there are things like context. I need the website to be of so standard. I need the website. So we're going to teach you prompt engineering as what's it called? As a module, right? Where you understand all the terminologies you need to use to communicate with your AI. But let's just flow. I need you to I need the website, website, website to have um modern modern transitions. Sorry, transitions. UI, UX, transitions, UI, UX, etc. Modern transition, UI, UX, footer, footer, hero section, etc. If you even want to add a video, things like that. Now, you now come here. Now you have given some, stuff up there. AI, the kind of website you want to have. If you Now, when building your prompt, right, there's this thing. It's not all about you just type like this. This website we are building now, someone else can decide to say, oh, I saw an image of another website that is looking very professional. You can take a screenshot of it, bring it here as you're writing your prompt, ask the AI to reference that image as the styling, as all those styling, font, color. You can actually ask it to use a particular website as reference when you are building your prompt. So you can do it here or you do it in Lovable. Any of them you do it, it will work. But let's continue with this place, hero section, etc. Now, this is the body of the image of the, what's it called, of the website, where I talked about the name of the business, email marketing, brand identity, okay, this. You now come here because that your uncle did not give you other details. You can come and say, okay, I will also need you to add other features needed by a standard agency. agency. So now other stuff here by a standard agency, things like what? Vision, mission, contact section, contact section. Because this is an agency, because and I have an idea about agency. Now I am able to talk things like this: vision, mission. For you, if it's a niche that you are not conversant with, you need to do what we call customer research, right? Where you try to understand what entails in that kind of website, because different website requires different kind of things, right? So these are other things we are going to break down, in depth. Vision, mission, contact section, meet the team, meet the team, etc. Right? All as a structured prompt. So now this is what I usually do in what's it called? Gemini. Let me just give you guys one of the tricks you can use to have a good response. Just put this on your Canva in Gemini. Ask it put response in Canva. Step down, put response in Canva. Just this word, put response in Canvas, you see how the output will look like. It will be more easier for you to copy. So there are tricks and faster ways to get things done. So this is it now. You can see where the what's it called? Everything is right. It's currently generating your prompt, header, hero stage. So now you might need to read all these, right? Read all this and know, oh, do I need to add more things? Am I seeing address here? Okay, address is there, so all these other things are things you just need to read through, then add more details, and you just copy the prompt, finish. Once you copy this prompt, right, you copy it. All you just need to do is to come down to Lovable. So we are currently back to our Lovable. You just place it, and now look at that thing I said. When you are in Lovable, you can see there's attach, right? What we are building here is just a straight website. Attach means if you have a website that you know that the UI is very fine, you can take a screenshot of it, come down to Lovable. When you paste your prompt, right? When you paste your prompt, you now give them a screenshot of that, you give them a screenshot of that existing website that you feel that very beautiful and all that, right? Okay, Divine, you raised your hand. I think I should run the web. Okay, just speak up, please. You can speak now, please. You can speak up. Speak up now. You raised your hand. Speak. Can you be able to unmute your mic? Oh, sorry about that. Okay, turn on your mic now. You can turn on your mic, please. You can turn on your mic.
Okay,
It should
good
work now.
evening. Hear me?
Evening,
Can you
Divine.
hear me? Good evening.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you're talking about building a website and the UI UX aspect. Is there a way you can build a website with Lovable and then maybe just edit the UI UX with Figma or something like that? Is it possible?
No. So the other way is the way you do it. So if you have a UI already in Figma, right, you can take screenshot of it and bring it to Lovable, right? But even at that, right, even at that level, it will not still give you the exact UI look. I don't know if you understand. But there's a way around it also. There's a way around it whereby you can take the Figma files, right? Bring it to another AI, which we are going to teach in our main module, and the AI will build that exact UI for you. I don't know if you get that. Was that clearly
Yes, I do.
explained?
Thank you.
Okay, so so if you have something that has to do with Figma, Lovable will not do that. Notwithstanding, you can do something that make it give you a very close response, which is what's it called? Which is you come over to Lovable, you attach your Figma link, right? You attach your Figma link and um it copies it. But there's another AI copies Figma what's it called? That copies Figma UI more closely is called boat.new. Yes, so you can also check out that one. It's called boat.new. So boat.new, you can actually copy a Figma link. In fact, they even have a way you can edit the Figma URL to have boat.new on it, and it will just pipe something very close to it, right? Yes. But currently, when it has to do with, okay, you want the access to the prompt, that's fine. That is a free, it's not even a structured prompt, but we can do with that. Copy prompt. Where are you prompt? Okay, I'm pasting the prompt now on the chat box so you can, right? So let's go back to our Lovable. So this is our Lovable, is still building, right? You can see it's still building. It's still building. It's still building. Let's just wait for it to build, right? So now, for those that were asking, can they be able to access their code outside of Lovable? Yes, you can. So this is, look at this place. I don't know if you are seeing this button I'm clicking. I don't know if you can see this button. Please, if you can, you see this button is called GitHub, right? So once this thing is done building, if there is still time, if it's not up to 9 o'clock, we're almost late. We should connect to GitHub and host the app very fast. So let's just wait for it to build. Now, another thing I want to show you guys, like I told you, there are so many ways you can. What if you don't have Lovable credit? What would you do now? What would you do? Right? Let me show you guys something on what's it called? On Gemini. So as Lovable is building whatever is building, let's go back to Gemini. Where is Gemini again? Okay, this is Gemini. We have copied this, right? We have copied this. Let's open a new chat. So let's share this. Lovable is still building. We'll be checking it along way. New chat, right? This is your Gemini. We're currently in Gemini, right? All you just need to do is turn on your Canva, right? You paste this. Okay. Next step down, build. So this is Gemini. The same thing as Lovable is building, we're trying to use the same prompt, right? We're trying to use the same prompt. So this Google has made, Gemini is one. You can build inside Gemini. Even if you don't want to build inside Gemini, there's another one you can build. It's called inside your Google AI Studio. There's an option there called build, right? Google build, right? You can actually click on that particular place and also build your website. Let me check up on Lovable again, please. Why? What is happening to Lovable? Lovable is taking time to build, but let's just wait for. Let's see what Gemini has to offer us. Please. Mm. Okay, it's because of the prompt we gave it to build. You're asking why you seeing React. It's because of the prompt, but all these things don't need to bother you, right? They don't need to bother you. Up till now, I don't write React because it's not my niche. I don't write React, but I've built full-blown projects. So this is our Gemini. This thing you can see. This is our Gemini website. Let me see if I can preview. It's currently on preview. Yes, we'll have a module on anti-gravity. Yes, we'll cover anti-gravity for the person asking about anti-gravity. It's a full module on his own. So sorry, let me go back to Gemini. So I don't know if you can see the website we just built with Gemini, right? So this is the web Gemini version. This is Gemini version of it, right? This is the Gemini version of it, right? This is the Gemini version of it. But now you can see that the Gemini version of it did not really how will I put it now? This is your code. If you want to access your code, Gemini. Okay. Let's check up on our Lovable to know if Lovable is done. Lovable is still building. So you can see your code on what's it called? Gemini, right? That's your Gemini, and you are done with Gemini. So this is it. Okay, for the person asking about GitHub and anti-gravity and all that, it will be covered, please. It will be covered. So this is just your code. But the one we are waiting for now is our, you have nothing to fear. Like you can, okay, yes, our Gemini is ready. The front end is ready. Let me quickly roll it out. Okay, how to access your code from Gemini? I'm coming. I'll look into that. Okay, guys, can you look at my screen now? Let's stay a little bit focused, please. At this point, I will have to mute everybody because of the background noises I'm having over here. Okay. Mute all. So now look at what we just built. This is the website we just built now. Can everybody see the website we just built? This is the website we just built now. This is the, you can see the map. The map area is showing. You can see this is Evolve Digital, right? You can see this is it, right? You can see it, right? So what we want to do now is because of time factor, right? Now you have seen how to build this kind of website, right? This is Lovable. If you just write small prompts, you will get it. But let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something else that will wow you. Now let me go show you guys one advanced website. What if you want to build something like this? This one is different from that of the one we just did with Lovable now. This one is different from it. Now, why do I say it's different from it? Are you seeing the transitioning? This was the one I posted. Are you seeing the transitioning? Are you seeing the transitioning? Are you seeing that 3D effect? This one is not Lovable. There are levels to AI. There are levels to AI. Let me show you guys another scenario of it. This is the chocolate version of it. Now, why do I have to bring up this thing? Look at this one now. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing? I just pray your network is stable enough to see it. I just pray your network is stable enough to see this transition. This is not, Lovable cannot give you this kind of transitioning. So knowing the true name is one thing. Knowing that, oh, I can build with Lovable is one thing, right? I can build with Lovable is one thing, right? This is another splash of it. Let me show you another, splash of it. So knowing the two that I can build with this thing is one thing. Understanding the technicalities. If someone gave you this website and told you that this is our design, no, build it for us. This is our design, build it for us. What are you going to do? Right? So this is someone's design. This is design, build it for us. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing this splash? This 3D something? You can't see my screen. I think it's your network. Oh. Are you seeing this? This is a 3D view. This is a 3D view. All right. So what we're going to do now is for the divine website we just built. So all these are, you can see there are levels to these things. There are things Lovable can do very well, and there are things Lovable cannot do. So just for a bonus for those that have been using Lovable before now, let me show you how you can host the website so that we can be able to paste the link. Right now, this is your Evolve, this is your website, right? So now, before we go in, so I've been able to show you guys how you can build with Lovable, right? And because of time factor, it's already 9 o'clock. We're going to go into publishing of this website and have a URL. You cannot give your client Lovable link. Oh. If you give your client Lovable link, you have spoiled the market. Oh. Because your client will know it's Lovable. Don't try it. Don't play. Right? So what are you going to give your Lovable? What are you going to give your client? Not Lovable link. Do not give your client Lovable link. If you try it, you are spoil show for yourself. A project you are supposed to be pricing 700K. Client see that you are using Lovable. Client to start pricing you 200K. Right? So what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to host the website outside of Lovable. Then now share the link, right, to your client. So now we have gotten to phase 2, right, of this class. So for everyone that has stayed up to this point, right, this this class is going to someone is saying this is where we do real monetization. Sure. It's a sure banker, right? So now this class is going to hold from 1st of February, right, to the 3rd week of February. It's going to be a 3 weeks intense class, 2 times a week, right? Now, Central Tutor, which is our parent company, issues certificates. But we have run, last year we did about 3 cohorts, right? Inside our 3 cohorts, we only issued certificates to about less than 5 persons. Yes, we don't joke with our certification. We are going to issue certificates if you do your end of the year, if you do your projects, because we are not just teaching you to be among those people that I don't learn how to do them, but you don't know what you are doing. So we will teach you for 3 weeks. We will give you 1 month to defend what you are learning or what you have learned, right? It means that we're going to tell you that, okay, for group this, build a e-commerce website using AI, or group this, build a business website, right, and host it, something of that nature, right? And if you're able to do it, that means you have learned and you can get a certification from us. All right, so this program is a 3 weeks program. Now this 3 weeks program, the price is 15,000. It's not, there is no Oga, please now help me now. No, it's 15,000, right, for this 3 weeks intensive class, right? But for now, we have held you down here for 1 hour 3 minutes. So for everybody on this call, everybody on this call, if you're on this call and you are able to make payments before this call ends, right? Before this call ends, because we're going to be taking the next 20 minutes to host the website outside of Lovable. If you're on this call before the call ends and you make your deposit, it's just 10,000, right? But once we close the call, what you're going to see on the group chat is 15,000. And if you pay 10,000, I will refund you. I don't need your 10K, right? Now, you might be asking, have I made money from building? If I start showing you screenshot on the 31st of December, someone from Canada paid me 300K out of the 650K deal we had on a website, right? But one thing I will tell you guys is you can easily verify who I am. My name is Alexander, right? Now, last year, I and my team won a what's it called? A hackathon in Delta State. It's easier for you to verify that one. Let me show you our image. It's easier for you to just type Delta State hackathon. So you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but you can see it's Delta State by Zenith Bank. I don't know if you can see this very well. I don't know if you can see this very well, but you can see it's 1.5 million that is there. I don't even know if you are seeing it very well, but this is it. I don't know if you can see it well, right? Is a competition we won from Delta State this December, 1.5 million naira. So you can go to Delta State website and verify. Let me also show you our picture. So I don't need your. It's not what's it called? I think I saved one of the pictures on the drive. So this is our what's it called? This was it, 1.5 million. We won from Delta State. I feel that is enough evidence. We built and we did something that does not exist in Nigeria currently. We built an offline app that can run AI model. That's, you know, the way you have ChatGPT. Imagine that ChatGPT can work without internet. That is what we built in Delta State Hackathon. You know, there anywhere, bro. That's what we built in Delta State Hackathon. And we did it under what? 2 days with AI, right? This February that is coming, the app is going live nationwide, right? Elemental AI tutor is going live nationwide. We built it with what? AI. So this is our account number. Let me quickly get it. Or Kevin can easily post it on the, what is it called? Yes, Kevin has posted it on the chat box. So check the chat box now. If you see the, what is it called? Yes, for the back end, you are going to build. Now, this is the thing. This front end you just built now is with Lovable, right? Now, Lovable, you can integrate. If we wanted to add authentication on this thing, right? You can integrate, what is it called? Superbase or Lovable Cloud on this. But when I start teaching you how to build on your last module, that's professional, right? On your last module, you are not going to use Lovable. You are going to be using things like MongoDB. You are going to specify that, okay, this is the back end I want to use, this is the front end I want to use, things like that. And if you get, so the account detail is currently on the chatbot, right? But for the benefit of those, the account detail, let me call it again, is 01, that's 0311 211 958 Prosper Madmia Consult. So Kelvin has posted it here. Let me repost it again. All right, let me post it again. So the masterclass is a 3 weeks masterclass, and in that 3 weeks masterclass, you are supposed to be coming to classes twice a week, right? Twice a week, you have a class twice a week, something like this, right? For straight 2 hours. It's not going to be charged, right? But at the end of your 3 weeks, you will not just learn Lovable. Lovable is just the baby. Lovable na baby, right? We are going to use things like Google Stitch, all right, to design a UI of a product. That means you are trying to like build advanced stuff, build a UI of a product using Google Stitch, link it up to Google Build. Then when we are done, we'll bring it down to anti-gravity and the rest, link a proper back end, front end to it, things like that. So it's going to be a long journey, right? For straight 3 weeks, right? And for certificate, you will need, what is it called? You guys complete your project, right? I cannot sign that I have trained you if you cannot do what I can do. So it's not what was it called? It's not child's play. So for anybody that is paying on this call, right? Now for back end, please, back end Node.js is just an example. When you are building with anti-gravity on that module, you can choose to use, for instance, I write Node.js. So I use Node.js for some projects. But there's a project I'm working for now for a client, right? Now, Node.js is not that fast for large scale applications. What is most fast is Golang. Now, I don't do Golang. I go be honest with you. I know the code for Golang, but the project I am building it with AI using Golang. Yeah, that's Go. All right. So your customer or your client can specify anything, but AI go run am. That one is guaranteed. So I don't want to waste time on this marketing stuff. I don't need much students, so the work will not even be too much, right? So let's go back to class now and complete the website, right? If you are interested in paying, fine. If you are not interested in paying, it's totally fine. It's not a must, right? So let's just go back to class and yeah. So we're back to class and this is so what we want to do now is we want to host this particular project. Let me share this screen, right? We want to host this particular project now, right? We want to host this particular project. Now we don't talk money, some people don't come out, no wala. Let's host the particular project. So what you're going to do now is connect to what? GitHub. That's the first thing. Look at the button here. Look at the button here. Look at the button here. So Kevin, just keep posting the account number, whoever that is paying, and put the price on this call. If you pay on this call, it is 10K. After this call, once this call ends, it is 15K. All right. So the first thing you want to do is to connect to GitHub. So you just click on this button. Let me see what it's saying here. Connect to GitHub. So you can see this is GitHub. It's not yet connected. Connect a project. This is my GitHub. I don't know if you can still see this page. Yes. So if you have not connected GitHub before to Lovable, we'll also show you how to connect it. It's very, very, very easy. Very, very easy. So connect project, Mahadumia AI, right? But let me confirm that the GitHub on this particular Gmail is Mahadumia AI. So what I'm going to do is the profile. So I go do us easy, right? What I'm going to do is, sorry. I'm going to come here. What are you currently saying? Okay. I'm going to come here and type GitHub. So I want to log into my GitHub here and confirm that the profile on this particular account, because I have multiple GitHub accounts for different things. Yes. So let me sign in. So you can see it is Mahadumia AI. You are seeing here, Mahadumia AI, right? So these are projects. Since the both are the same, I'll just come back to what was it called? Transfer anyways, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to connect my GitHub. So you can see this is my GitHub. This is the GitHub URL now, right? If you want to host, bring down this code on our laptop, this is what you are going to use, right? But currently, it's likely going to be private. So all I need to do is look at the name, Evolving Digital Launch.git. Just remove this, then come back to your GitHub. Let's refresh and see if it has shown here. Okay, look at it here. I don't know if you can see this. This is it here. Look at the project here. It's showing on your GitHub. So for those that want to know how they can move their what's it called? Move their projects out of Lovable, right? This is just the process. You don't need to know the code. It no concern you. It doesn't really affect you, bro. So now this is you can't see the screen. The screen is currently showing, please. It's showing GitHub currently. It's showing GitHub currently. So like I said, the class is 10,000 on this call. right? But after this call on the group, right, it is 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 on this call. Okay. So once class ends, it's 15,000. So once the class ends, if you are not able to pay and the class end, it is 15,000. Please don't worry what I'm teaching you for free. This is just free. I'm literally teaching you for free. It's free. To be honest, it's free. Once the class end is 15K. So let's go back. I don't have time for this money talks now. Because this one I change. I don't lie, you know, I change. So let's go back to what's it called? Lovable. So what we are trying to do is that we have clicked, let me share this again. We have clicked this connect GitHub. We have connected GitHub, right? And we have gone to our GitHub, right? We are seeing the project. Because you cannot give your client your Lovable link, it does not make sense. You will find out, right? What you are going to do is you are going to go open your web browser again. Now, search for things like Netlify, or search for things like Vercel. Vercel is the one I usually use. Vercel. I just pray Vercel is this account has Vercel that's connected to this email. So I'm trying to log into Vercel. Thank God. This is my Vercel account, right? You can see there are projects that are here already, right? There are projects that are here already. I'll just refresh my Vercel, and the next thing I'm going to do is create, look at this place now, create new project, right? Create new project. I'll create new project, right? And now look at the project we just designed, evolving digital this thing. Now on our webinar, we'll teach you how to connect Vercel from scratch, right? To your GitHub and all those permissions. We'll teach you how to do it. So I'll just import this project. So what do I want to give this this project? I'll call it evolving digital. Sorry, let me do evolving digitals, right? So I'll remove this. So evolving digitals is going to be the name of the project. Let's just deploy. So this one now I'm deploying is the one that we are going to give to the client, right? Is the one that we are going to give to the client. The URL I will get here is the one you are supposed to give to your client to. So the URL here is the one you are supposed to give to your client. The URL here is the one you are supposed to give to your client, right? Now, someone just asked the question, how do you earn with this? There are so many people that need website. Like I told you guys, one of the reasons that made me to start doing website gig is because I'm a mobile dev, full stack mobile dev, right? What I build is mobile app, back end, and mobile, full blown project, right? But now I realize that many people, like for instance, this will tell you that I do business, I'm an entrepreneur. That your friend that is doing business, I'm an entrepreneur, they don't have a website, right? It's simple. Oh, you say you're an entrepreneur, you own this business. Even someone that sells all these okay clothes, someone that sells wristwatch, just talk to the person. Let me help you build your website, right? That will display your wristwatch, where people can go see your wristwatch, order it online, right? Now, ordering it online, you're not doing magic. In our last cohort, we built e-commerce. We were able to add payment integration from Flutterwave. It's very straightforward. Very straightforward, right? So you just need to do what? Connect, collect their API key, integrate it into the website. You just type it and put if it's Lovable. If it's anti-gravity, type it and put anyone. Type it and put. So all these are ways you get your gigs, right? All these are ways you get your gigs. Very easy to get gigs, right? Gigs. But it all depends on the kind of gig you are looking for. It all depends. I will be honest with you, it all depends on gigs you are looking. For me, I don't pursue gigs that's gym. No. I prefer in a year. In fact, last year, I think I did about 5 projects only last year. 5 projects. But that 5 projects, that 5 projects was in 7 digits last year. That 5 project, just that 5 project I did last year. Yes. Right. So it all depends on the kind of gig you're looking for. But when I started, right, that last year on this AI stuff, like I started taking it serious. I told you that I did a website for somebody for free. Went to go and buy domain. Let's check this thing, please. Time is almost. So it has hosted. You can see it. It has hosted. Continue to dashboard. Continue to dashboard. So now in our, I will drop the URL. Anybody can so anybody can visit this URL. So this is the one you are going to give to your client. Let me show you. This is the one you are going to give to your client. So share instead. So this is the one you are going to give to your client, right? You know that this website, we did not even test it too. We did not check whether all these things are working, but it's things you can easily do with Lovable and ask it to verify this, our services, our team. You see your team section and all those things, right? Contact us. This is your contact area and all that, right? So now this is the one you are supposed to give to your client, please. Let me copy it out for you. So is this one, this URL now? Let me post it on the chat box. So this is the one you are supposed to give to your client. So someone else you open it from their own end. That is the one you are going to give to your client, right? That's the one you are going to give to your client. So the person that asks for this thing, right? Check it out. That's the one you're going to give to your client. Right? Can you guys test out the website from your own end, please? Test out the website from your own end. Just type evolvedigital.vercel.app, right? So that's the one you are supposed to give to your website, to your client. That's the one you're supposed to give to your client, please. That's the one you're supposed to give to your client. So that's the one you're supposed to give to your client, please. Okay. Now, the thing there is, if I'm the one that is billing the client, right? I don't even give out .vercel. I don't even give out .vercel to my client. I have a domain already. I have .com. I have mahadumia.com. I have centrator.com. So what I do, which is part of the things we're going to teach you on these classes, if you don't even want your client to know that you're hosting it for free, because now when you are building, when I tell you that you can go and meet somebody and say, pay me 100,000 for me to do for you a landing page. For instance, now, this Divine now, if she's serious now, Divine, if you are serious with this your website now, we can complete it. You just pay me 100K. That includes the domain name .com, right? That includes the domain name. Look at what I will just do. I will come here, who go host? I'll come here, go 54. Right? I'll come here, go 54. In this place, I have an account already with them, but not with this particular email. I will search for the, what's it called? Evolve Digital. Right? I don't even know. Okay, evolving. Evolve. Let me do this thing. What's it called? So I'll just quickly search for this name, right? The .com, normally .com is what's it called, 24,000. Sometimes some rare names they will show you 17,500. But when you now want to pay for it, you now see that everything will get to what's it called. So you can see Evolving Digital self has been taken. Evolving Digital, I don't know if she's the owner of the domain. Evolvingdigital.com.ng is still available. So now, if you are billing your clients 100K, you can do for them .com.ng. You can see it here that it is 5,999, right? But when you now want to pay VAT and the rest, you see that the thing will move from 5,900 to like 6,500 or 6,800, right? So if you charged 100K and you gave the person .com.ng, bro, you are still in profit for a landing page that took you less than 30 minutes. If you charged, sorry, excuse me, if you charged, what was it called? If you charged 100K and you decide to get for them a .com because you are trying to please your initial, clients, it's 24K here. But when you now start processing, maybe 26K. So you are still going home with like, that's why instead of bargaining, if you want to give them .com, instead of bargaining for 100K, you can bargain for 105. So that by the time you pay for the .com, domain, you should be having like 75K as profit. Right now, this website something now has no pricing. It depends on who you meet, because this same landing page now that Evolve Digitals can pay me 100K for to release for them. This same website, you can bill someone else 250K. This same web, nothing changed. This same website, nothing changed. Right? Maybe now decide to do a hero page for them that will look like this one now. That what is that animation something that we have here? You now do for them something that will look like this one now. That you now modify the Evolve Digital to be coming out like this. You can charge them 250K, 300K. But even the current Evolve Digital you have that we just built on this class now, right? That we just built on this class now, you can charge somebody 250K for this website. Yes, 250K. Casket, and the person will pay. It all depends on who you meet. Pricing formula, right? Negotiation strength, things like that, right? So that is that for that. So we have come to the end of today's class, right? We have come to the end of today's class. I've posted the, what is it called? So if you even, Kevin just reminded me something. Now, if it's a foreign client, right? What's it called? Now, another thing I forgot to tell you guys, we'll have a PDF gift. Yes, for everyone that have stayed up to this point, right? We'll have a PDF gift for how to land your, it's a very just small, explanation. Kevin, you DM Kelvin, and what you tell Kevin is Evolve Digital. So once you just tell Kevin Evolve Digitals, right? He's going to give you the, what's it called, the PDF, right? Once you just go to his DM and say Evolve Digitals, right? Evolve, let me, our aunties and our uncles, let me write it out for you guys to avoid stories. I'm not trying to insult your personality. Even me, I don't know how to spell, right? I'll be very honest with you, right? But now this is it. But when you bring business, I know how to handle business, right? So just give Kelvin this Evolve Digitals, right? It's a single word, Evolve Digitals. Sorry. So once you just type this thing and give to Kevin in his DM, he's going to give you the PDF for free, right? Why? If you're on this call, the account number is still what's it called? The account number is still available. On this call, it is 10,000. After this call, if you don't pay, once we end this call, Kelvin, if anyone comes to the DM, it is 15,000, right? Once the call ends. Then also for any, Kelvin, kindly post this link on the group chat, as the website will just be for people to check it out, right? For people to check it out. Yes. Then please, if you like to have a rewatch of this call and you are not ready to pay for the, what's it called, webinar, that's the master class, right? But you just want to have access to this particular call, it is just 3,000 naira and you have access to it, gasket, right? But if you are paying for the, what's it called, the master class, is just part of all the things you get, right? And let me also say something. When we are doing our master classes are well organized, right? So it means that you will have things like prompts, templates, right? Everything we are using to teach you, the templates will be there for your practice. It's not that I will do something and you will not know how to do it again. No, If it's that thing I did that you want to learn how to do, you do it, right? So, like I tell people, still like an artist, right? You have to first copy somebody and have your own little wins. Oh, I've copied. Oh, like this CB, you have learned it, right? Then you now move a step forward and ask yourself, how can I make this thing better, right? So at this point, if you have any question to ask, feel free now to unmute your mic. So we'll take few questions. Please check if you can unmute your mic, please. Check if you can unmute your mic. Check if you can unmute your mic.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you. Please ask your
I didn't
question.
get that hosting part. Is it hosting or when you moved from the what do they call it? The Lovable to GitHub? I didn't get that part very
Okay,
well.
it's very straightforward. All you just need to do is come back to your, what's it called? Where is the lovable stuff? Let me show you. Just give me 1 minute. Let me go to the lovable stuff. So where is our main lovable now? The chatting interface. Okay, yeah. So this is the main lovable, right? You can see that, right? Can you see it? Hello, Divine. Can you see it? All you need to do, can you see what I'm showing you, please? I wouldn't want to be going back. Okay, yes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
That's complete.
Okay, so just click on this connect this GitHub, this icon here. That's the GitHub icon, right? So because I've connected before, if I click on it, it shows me a different thing. You can see it's asking me to, launch to GitHub, right? But for you, what I would tell you that is, if this is your first account, to make the integration very easy, right? If you observe what I did that time, I just came quickly to GitHub. I was on, when I wanted to connect it, I first came and opened my GitHub. So that's one of the, will I say, shortcuts to navigating GitHub, because most people don't even know how to navigate GitHub. For instance, when we are teaching in master class on anti-gravity, for example, right? The the GitHub command lines, you have it on a template, right? You have it on a template. You just copy, paste, you get the same result. But now we are not using any command line. We're just saying, just click on that icon. Make sure that your GitHub is already open, right? You have logged in. Nothing is in your account. Fine and good. But when you now come back to Lovable and say authorize, because it's in the same Chrome, like the same Chrome, Lovable automatically directs it to the GitHub that is signed in on that Chrome. All you just need to do is accept, and you are done with GitHub, right? Now, when you are now in GitHub, you are seeing the code. This is where you see it first. Something like this. Let me go back. You see something like this, right? And you are seeing under repository, you should be seeing one. Okay, understood. Now, the next thing is you want to host it, right? Hosting it, you just need to come to, what is it called? Vercel, right? You just need to come to Vercel. When you come to Vercel, this is your Vercel. Set up an account. It's free. You can see I even have client projects that are running on Vercel. It's free. I hosted it for free. So what I usually do is, when some clients, I'll just say, okay, create an email account, give me, right? Create an email account, give me. Vercel allows you to use up to 100 gig and about 10 gig transfer. Is more than enough for basic websites, right? So all you just need to do is come to your Vercel, create new project, right? Now it will ask you to authorize GitHub, because GitHub is already opened on that same page, right? On that same Chrome account. That's this same Chrome account you're already in, right? It will just link up by itself automatically, and you have hosted your this thing, right? But now another thing I have to tell you is that even when you host it here, what if you now want to do .com.ng? That's another one we're supposed to teach you on your what's it called, on your on your bootcamp. It's very easy, right? You just come here, add domain. All these ones I'm showing you, they are basic things, right? Add domain, you create a new domain, add domain, then you edit, go back to your, what's it called? Come back to this place, come back to your Hugo host or Namecheap, any of them, get your IP address and link it. It will now become www dot this.com or www dot that.com. So that's how it is. Any other question before we call it a night? Any other question? Okay, Edward, you
Okay,
can ask your question, please.
good evening. I really appreciate your time for this class.
Evening.
Yes. So what I want to ask is like creating can this Lovable create an e-commerce website whereby you know the total number of items you have sold and like maximum quantity order and the rest.
Very easy, very easy. No stress and no stress. Easy,
Okay.
easy.
How,
It's easy
how
to do.
about
But look, let me also explain something for you. If you are building an e-commerce, it's a production level app, right? Lovable will give you option for super base. It will give you option for what's it called? Lovable cloud, right? For them to handle your storage. Because e-commerce now, images are involved. And if you get data, that's your database is involved, right? So Lovable will give you an option to integrate with them, right? Integrate with them. But that Lovable cloud is about $25 per month. Now be the smallest pricing for their own cloud infrastructure, right? Why Superbase is about $20 for their own cloud infrastructure, which is also what's it called? Which is very, for Nigerians, a small startup, it might be very expensive for them, right? So what we do is all the things you want to do, right? Build it as a front end on Lovable. Lovable will give you that fine profession. Look at our e-commerce now. This is a project we did. Let me show you. This is an e-commerce. This is a project we did. I don't know if it has reflected, if you can see it, right?
yes?
But this is a project we did for e-commerce. We did the front end on as a tutorial on one of our cohort last year. I think our second to last cohort last year. Yes. So this is an e-commerce. So you build the front. These are things that normally is a masterclass discussion, but you build the front on Lovable. When you are done building the front on Lovable, you can then go and build the back end using another AI tool, right? Now, in using those other AI tools like Cloud Code, Cursor, Anti-Gravity, and the rest, which we are going to have a module. We are going to use one of those tools and teach you fully on it as a module, right? So now, when you go there, that's where you now say, okay, I have my front end, right? I have my back end. I want you to build my back end. Now, I'm not going to say how you are going to maneuver it, but it took me 1 year to figure out how I can maneuver it that the AI will communicate with both the front and the back end and the project will be running live. It took me 1 year, bro, to figure out how to navigate it, that the AI will be building the front end, building the back end, right? And the project is running live. And now a back end engineer will come and meet you and say, give me back end. You give a GitHub repo for back end. Give me front end. You give a GitHub repo for front end. That's if a front engineer will come and meet you. Oh, they want to work solely on front end. You say, take. They are working. They are pushing. The thing is working. The back end guy will come and say, give me for back end. You give them the repo. They will download on their own side. Work, push, collaboration. And you now that is managing the project, you know only mobile like me. You know slightly back end. Mobile, when I mean mobile, I mean floater, not all this React and all that. Right? Like floater. So you know only mobile, you know back end, right? And now you are managing people that are big boys in React, right? But you have figured out a way to, when they do something and they don't even get it, you still come back, merge it from your command line, back, it will be production. production ready. So all these things are small, small tricks that it took us a while to figure out, right? That we're going to show you on how to build scalable projects on your words, on your own. So that being said, any other question before we call it a night, please?
And one more thing, sorry, sir, sorry. Um, can this all this AI website that we are using, can they crash? Like just outdated, and will they affect the
No,
website you have built?
no. The look at our code now. This is our code. The project we just built now, this is our code. It's not unlovable again. Now look at it now. I can download this code on my laptop. Oh. I can download this what's it called? I can download this. Look at you can download here. Look at it. You can download as zip and you see your code on your this thing. Now in masterclass we'll also show you other options because you can build and someone will say after building give me I don't want to host in your Vercel. I want to host on my own. You just pack their code on GitHub, give them, make them collaborator. This is your GitHub. You can add someone to a project. All those small, small techniques are things we're going to show you guys, right? Those small, small techniques to know how to build production ready apps, right? Yeah. So at this point, guys, we have come to the end of today's section, right? At this point, we have come to the end of today's section, right? The account detail will be posted on the group, right? It's going to be 15,000. Oh, what is the schedule for the master class? The master class is starting 1st of February. Why it's starting 1st of February is because currently we are running our ads for people in UK. Yes, we are running our ads for people in UK, people in US. So they should be able to join you guys in the same master class, but they are not paying in Naira, they are paying in dollars. Yes. So we have another webinar for them separately that we're going to teach them. Then we'll not merge everybody to start together, right? So this is the Nigerian edition. The UK edition is supposed to be coming up, I think, on the 25th of this month. Yes, the UK edition is supposed to come out on the 25th of this month. Then the US is supposed to be, I think, 27th of this month. So different regions have their different days for their webinar. But by 1st of February, everybody's going to mesh together and learn for straight 3 weeks, right? Straight 3 weeks. You learn for straight 3 weeks. At the end of your 3 weeks, you have 1 month to for your project, whereby you have to work on a personal project. For instance, now a fashion design website, Edward might say that, oh, sir, I want to work on what's it called, e-commerce. We'll say no problem. You can, if you can start it and finish it within that 1 month, fine and good, which is very visible, right? So 1st of February, your class starts twice a week. So we're going to fix date, time for it. It's usually 8 p.m. to 9:30, 10 p.m. 8 p.m. But now, because of time zone, UK and Nigerian time don't scatter, right? So we might also need to consider those people and know how to balance the time zoning, right? So that's that for that. So classes starts by 1st of February. For Nigerian people, I'm very sure that it is Tuesday and Thursday. If we can't make the time zone, other locations will take their different days. But for Nigeria, we are very sure it is Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. From February 1st. Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. to the 3rd week of February, right? At the end of it, you have 1 month to work on a project, a full-blown professional project. If you're able to succeed in building the full-blown professional project, everything is working. What's it called? Everything is working, then a certificate will be issued to you. For weekend, we'll have a discussion around that, right? So if most of the students says, okay, let's push it to weekend, but this is our standard, Tuesday, Thursday, right? Tuesday, Thursday, evening, but it has to be when you must have closed from work. Okay. Okay, I just want to build a social media booster site. I don't know what social media booster site means. Maybe all these people that increase what's it called, numbers of followers and the rest. So, but notwithstanding, designing it, building it out is very doable, right? With AI, right? So thank you all for tonight. Thank you for staying to this very moment. Um, Okay, 3D animation for advertising. Yes, but as for this year now, we have not started our cinematics. Yes. We have not started any class. We have not hosted any class yet on that. But last year we did what's it called? What's it called? Commercial art production. Commercial art production, whereby we teach you how to use AI to build standard commercial art. So it's not standard commercial art. Our lead AI researcher is currently super occupied, but if not for that, we would have run a cohort on that, right? But we'll announce when that particular time comes. So for now, we are just focusing on building website. But for commercial art, since we are not teaching it for now, you can just Google about Google View 3 and explore on it, right? And explore on it. So that's it. But if you want a private class for commercial arts and all that, that can be arranged. But for general cohort, that is currently not available. So I believe we have come to the end of tonight's class. Do have a good night rest, everyone. God bless Nigeria. So do have a good night rest, everyone. Good night.